I first joined PRINZ, I think, in around 1983, and I have enormous respect for the people who were running it at the time. They were doing a fantastic job, the volunteers were doing a fantastic job, but if I look back and see just how far we've come in terms of the professionalism of the organisation, what we do in terms of education and training, support of our young people, and in fact support of practitioners right through their life cycle from when they're young to our fellows and even retired fellows. We do support people the whole way through, and I think that is something, the breadth of that is something that really has seen us make huge strides. I can only imagine what things must have been like 60 years ago, but perhaps just to look at the industry itself as well, I think the basic principles of what we do have probably not changed, but we are involved in so many different areas now. The tools of trade that we use are so varied, and we also, I think, reach a lot higher into the boardrooms and into the management structures of the organisations we either work in or represent. So I think that has been a big change. My role in the PRINZ Awards probably started off the back of winning an international award when I think it was the first time I was asked to be a judge, and I've judged quite consistently probably through the years. From 97 to 2000, I think, I was the chief judge, and one of the things that I observed over the first couple of years there was how, first of all, the expense of the manual entry process, and we'd print a lot of entry forms, and the other thing was that entrants would not answer all the questions and address all the sections that a good public relations entry should have. So I started to think, first of all, how can we save some money in terms of the print costs, but also how can we actually force people to address all the different aspects. So that's when we came up with the idea of doing them online, and of course, immediately the first year, I think the web development pretty much negated the printing costs, but after that it was a clear win straight after that. And in terms of making sure that the entrants actually did fill out all of the different sections and address everything, it worked like a charm. I think the only initial problem we had was some people didn't like paying by credit card online, but other than that it did pick up very quickly, and has become a model for other institutions to follow as well. There's lots of reasons why they're important, but I think for the personal and professional satisfaction that the people who enter them actually get when they win something, it's also very good for your client. Your client then knows that the work you're doing is absolutely first class, and it does tend to reinforce the relationship with your client as well. You know, the benefit and the value is both for the practitioner, for their consultancy or their organisation, and for the client or the person who's the subject of the award, and for the industry as a whole, because it continues to celebrate. In the next 60 years, I think the basic principles again of what we do, which is researching what the situation is, listening to people, communicating the things that need to be told, telling stories. I think those things are part of being human and therefore part of our role, and they will continue, but probably again the tools that we use will vary, and the people of course will come and go. And that's what makes PRINZ, the people.